Hi, it's Pastor Paul Anderson here at the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, where we believe God's blessings never stop flowing. It is Satisfaction Saturday. It's that day during the week that we're so satisfied that God has blessed us and kept us in such a powerful way. We do hope and pray that the Lord has kept you. You know, this is February, African American History Month, and today we want to talk about a very powerful American of African descent, and that is Powell Johnson. In 1880, Powell Johnson invented what we call the eye protector. Have you ever thought about how important it is to have eye protection? You know, every time those guys were flying in the planes, every time you're riding a motorcycle, you can't help but say, God, I thank you for eye protectors. And we're so grateful. You know, the Lord wants to protect our eyes to make sure that we stay focused and doing what he has called us to do. Today, I want to ask you to look with me at Matthew, the 9th chapter, verses 2 through 13. And today, I hope you will see something that you may have never seen before. Our text on today begins to help us to understand that Jesus tells us to go home, to go home. You know, home is a very important place to go, but some people find it difficult to get home because there are things in the way of them getting home. Our text on today talks about a man. There's this man who is paralyzed, and he has been laying on the mat. People bring him to the place where Jesus is. So Jesus sees the man. And the thing that I think is so important for us to understand is that it took the man's friends to get him to where Jesus was. I think that's a powerful point for all of us to remember. You know, sometimes people can't get to where God is, so they need us to get them there. You know, we get them there by showing and displaying the love of God on our hearts. It helps us get to people where Jesus is. And then secondly, the man is there and he needs to be encouraged. And so Jesus does something so powerful. Jesus said to the paralyzed man, be encouraged, my child. You know, we need to, in the times that we live in, we need to give people encouragement. There's so much discouragement that you can find throughout the land, throughout this world. The discouragement that people have about, oh, this COVID-19, it's just messing up all of my plans. I didn't see it coming. I can't get the vaccination. I'm not old enough. Oh, I can't get the first shot. Can't schedule the second shot. You know, people can get so discouraged about things. But Jesus tells the man, be encouraged. Did you not know that encouragement gives us expectation and anticipation? Whenever you're encouraged about something, you anticipate and you expect something to happen. The man was thinking something powerful was about to happen. And thirdly, we see here, Jesus says to him something that is so powerful. He gets ready to tell him to go home. Before he tells him to go home, he says, your sins are forgiven. Oh, why did Jesus do this? When Jesus does this, all of those who were around him, the Pharisees, the Sadducees, the scribes, they said, you're blaspheming because only God can forgive of sins. So Jesus tells them, is it easier for me to tell the man, take up your bed or your sins are forgiven? Either way, he's going to get up and go home. Well, they wanted to make an issue out of it. They said only God can forgive people of sins. Jesus now helps them to understand that he has the power because he is the manifestation of God in human flesh. You know, Jesus came to this world. He was tempted in all ways like we were, but yet he was without sin because he was fully God and fully man. The great mystery that we see in this passage is that God does something powerful for this man. Lastly, he tells the man, your sins are forgiven. And everybody in the crowd sees what's going on and they cannot help but say, wow. This man can go home on his own. You know, it's amazing when God does something that changes our lives. We now have the power to go home in the new strength that we have. Today, I hope you will have new strength to go home, to let your family see you've been in the presence of God. And for that reason, you are now up and you're moving around like never before. May God bless you, heaven smile upon you. I'll see you tomorrow in worship at the Fountain.
To sow a seed to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, visit our newly redesigned website, thefountainofraleigh.org, and select Sow a Seed from the homepage. Also, giving has been made easier with the new Fountain of Raleigh app, available now in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. Download today, select Giving from the main menu, and then follow the directions to complete your giving through Subsplash.
Thank you so very much for all of your gifts and donations that you've given to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship. We thank you for what you've done in the past, what you're currently doing, and what you will do in the future. Your gifts and donations helps us to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ, not only locally, but throughout the world. Thank you again for your gifts, and may God continue to richly bless you. It is here at the Fountain that we believe that we are exceedingly and abundantly blessed, and may you receive those blessings that God has in store for you.